Solidarity, full name, Independent Self-Governing Trade Union. Solidarity, Nierelezny Samosadny Związek Zawodowy Solidarność, is a Polish trade union that was founded on the 17th of September 1980 at the Lenin shipyard under the leadership of Lech Wałęsa. It was the first trade union in a Warsaw Pact country that was not controlled by a Communist Party. Its membership reached 9.5 million members before its September 1981 Congress, which constituted one-third of the total working-age population of Poland. In the 1980s, Solidarity was a broad anti-bureaucratic social movement, using the methods of civil resistance to advance the causes of workers' rights and social change. The government attempted to destroy the union by imposing martial law in Poland, which lasted from December 1981 to July 1983 and was followed by several years of political repression. But in the end it was forced to negotiate with Solidarity. In the union's clandestine years, the United States provided significant financial support, estimated to be as much as $50 million. The round-table talks between the government and the Solidarity-led opposition led to semi-free elections in 1989. By the end of August, a Solidarity-led coalition government was formed. In December 1990, Wałęsa was elected President of Poland. Since then, Solidarity has become a more traditional, liberal trade union. Its membership had dropped to 680,000 by 2010 and 400,000 by 2011. History. In the 1970s, Poland's government raised food prices while wages stagnated. This led to the June 1976 protests and subsequent government crackdown on dissent. Groups like the Krugerr and ROPCIO began to form underground networks to monitor and oppose the government's abusive behavior. Labor unions formed an important part of this network. In 1979, the Polish economy shrank for the first time since World War II by 2%. The foreign debt reached around $18 billion by 1980. For participation in the illegal trade union, Anna Walentinowicz was fired from work at the Gdansk shipyard on the 7th of August 1980, 5 months before she was due to retire. This management decision enraged the workers of the shipyard, who staged a strike action on the 14th of August defending Anna Walentinowicz and demanding her return. Anna Walentinowicz and Alina Pienkowska transformed a strike over bread and butter issues into a solidarity strike in sympathy with other striking establishments. Solidarity emerged on the 31st of August 1980 in Gdansk at the Lenin shipyards when the Communist government of Poland signed the agreement allowing for its existence. On the 17th of September 1980, over 20 inter-factory founding committees of free trade unions merged at the Congress into one national organization, NSZZ Solidarity. It officially registered on the 10th of November 1980. Wałęsa and others formed a broad anti-Soviet social movement ranging from people associated with the Catholic Church to members of the anti-Soviet left. Solidarity advocated non-violence in its members' activities. In September 1981, Solidarity's first National Congress elected Wałęsa as a president and adopted a Republican program, the Self-Governing Republic. The government attempted to destroy the union with the martial law of 1981 and several years of repression, but in the end it had to start negotiating with the union. In Poland, the round-table talks between the government and Solidarity-led opposition led to semi-free elections in 1989. By the end of August, a Solidarity-led coalition government was formed, and in December Tadeusz Mazowiecki was elected prime minister. Since 1989, Solidarity has become a more traditional trade union, and had relatively little impact on the political scene of Poland in the early 1990s. A political arm founded in 1996 as Solidarity Electoral Action won the parliamentary election in 1997, but lost the following 2001 election. Currently, as a political party, Solidarity has little influence on modern Polish politics. CIA covert support. Unlike the Carter administration, the Reagan policies supported the Solidarity movement in Poland, and, based on CIA intelligence, waged a public relations campaign to deter what the Carter administration felt was an imminent move by large Soviet military forces into Poland. Michael Reisman from Yale Law School named operations in Poland as one of the covert actions of CIA during Cold War. Colonel Ryszard Kuklinski, a senior officer on the Polish General Staff, was secretly sending reports to the CIA. The CIA transferred around $200 million yearly in cash to Solidarity, which suggests that $1 billion total is a reasonable estimate for the 5-year total. There were no direct links between the CIA and Solidarnosc, and all money was channeled through third parties. CIA officers were barred from meeting Solidarity leaders, and the CIA's contacts with Solidarnosc activists were weaker than those of the AFL-CIO, which raised $300,000 from its members, which were used to provide material and cash directly to Solidarity, with no control of Solidarity's use of it. The U.S. Congress authorized the National Endowment for Democracy to promote democracy, and the net allocated $10 million to Solidarity. When the Polish government launched martial law in December 1981, however, Solidarity was not alerted. Potential explanations for this vary. Some believe that the CIA was caught off guard, while others suggest that American policymakers viewed an internal crackdown as preferable to an inevitable Soviet intervention. CIA support for Solidarity included money, equipment and training, which was coordinated by Special Operations CIA Division Henry Hyde, U.S. House Intelligence Committee member, stated that USA provided supplies and technical assistance in terms of clandestine newspapers, broadcasting, propaganda, money, organizational help and advice. Initial funds for covert actions by CIA were $2 million, but soon after authorization were increased, and by 1985 CIA successfully infiltrated Poland. Catholic social teaching. In Solicitudo Rei Socialis, a major document of Catholic social teaching, Pope John Paul II identifies the concept of solidarity with the poor and marginalized as a constitutive element of the gospel and human participation in the common good. The Roman Catholic Church, under the leadership of Pope John Paul II, was a very powerful supporter of the Union and was greatly responsible for its success. Valenza, who himself publicly displayed Catholic piety, confirmed the Pope's influence, saying, "The Holy Father, through his meetings, demonstrated how numerous we were. He told us not to be afraid." In addition, the priest Jerzy Popieluszko, who regularly gave sermons to the striking workers, was eventually killed by the communist regime for his association with Solidarity. Polish workers themselves were closely associated with the church, which can be seen in the photographs taken during strikes in the 1980s. On the walls of several factories, portraits of the Virgin Mary and John Paul II were visible. Influence abroad. The survival of Solidarity was an unprecedented event not only in Poland, a satellite state of the USSR ruled by a one-party communist regime, but the whole of the Eastern Bloc. It meant a break in the hardline stance of the Communist Polish United Workers' Party, which had bloodily ended a 1970 protest with machine gun fire, and the broader Soviet communist regime in the Eastern Bloc, which had quelled both the 1956 Hungarian uprising and the 1968 Prague Spring with Soviet-led invasions. Solidarity's influence led to the intensification and spread of anti-communist ideals and movements throughout the countries of the Eastern Bloc, weakening the communist governments. As a result of the Round Table Agreement between the Polish government and the Solidarity-led opposition, elections were held in Poland on 4 June 1989, in which the opposition were allowed to field candidates against the Communist Party, the first free elections in any Soviet bloc country. A new upper chamber was created in the Polish parliament, and all of its 100 seats were contestable in the election, as well as 1/3 of the seats in the more important lower chamber. Solidarity won 99 of the 100 Senate seats and all 161 contestable seats in the Sejm, a victory that also triggered a chain reaction across the Soviet Union's satellite states, leading to almost entirely peaceful anti-communist revolutions in Central and Eastern Europe known as the revolutions of 1989, which ended in the overthrow of each Moscow-imposed regime, and ultimately to the dissolution of the Soviet Union in the early 1990s. Given the Union's support from many Western governments, relations with trade unions in capitalist countries could be complicated. For example, during the UK miners' strike of 1984–85, Wałęsa said that the miners should fight, but with common sense, not with destruction, and said of Margaret Thatcher, "With such a wise and brave woman, Britain will find a solution to the strike." Quote. However, the president of Upper Silesia Solidarity, David Jastrzębski, voiced his support of the striking miners. Neither the British government's mounted police charges nor its truncheon blows, any more than the Polish junta's tanks or rifle fire, can break our common will to struggle for a better future for the working class. Quote. This was despite the fact that Arthur Scargill, president of the British National Union of Mine Workers, had been highly critical of Solidarity, condemning it as an anti-socialist organisation. WHCH desires the overthrow of a socialist state. In late 2008, several democratic opposition groups in the Russian Federation formed a Solidarity movement. Secular philosophical underpinnings. Although Leszek Kolakowski's works were officially banned in Poland, underground copies of them influenced the opinions of the Polish intellectual opposition. His 1971 essay Theses on Hope and Hopelessness, which suggested that self-organized social groups could gradually expand the spheres of civil society in a totalitarian state, helped inspire the dissident movements of the 1970s that led to the creation of Solidarity and provided a philosophical underpinning for the movement. Organization. The Union was officially founded on 17 September 1980. The Union's supreme powers were vested in a legislative body, the Convention of Delegates. The executive branch was the National Coordinating Commission, later renamed the National Commission. The Union had a regional structure, comprising 38 regions and 2 districts. At its highest, the Union had over 10 million members, which became the largest union membership in the world. During the Communist era, the 38 regional delegates were arrested and jailed when martial law came into effect on 13 December 1981 under General Wojciech Jaruzelski. After a one-year prison term, the high-ranking members of the Union were offered one-way trips to any country accepting them. Solidarity was organized as an industrial union, or more specifically according to the One Big Union principle, along the lines of the Industrial Workers of the World and the Spanish Confederación Nacional del Trabajo. In 2010, Solidarity had more than 400,000 members. National Commission of Independent Self-Governing Trade Union is located in Gdansk and is composed of delegates from regional general congresses. Regional structure. Solidarity is divided into 37 regions, and the territorial structure to a large degree reflects the shape of Polish voivodeships, established in 1975 and annulled in 1998. The regions are Gdansk, based in Gdansk; Warmia-Masuria, based in Olsztyn; Elblag, based in Elblag; Lower Silesia, based in Wrocław; Pila, based in Pila; Western Pomerania, based in Szczecin; Land of Łódź, based in Łódź; Częstochowa, based in Częstochowa; Land of Sandomierz, based in Stalowa Wola; Plock Kutno, based in Plock; Lesser Poland, based in Kraków; Opole Silesia, based in Opole; Seashore, based in Koszalin; Slusk, based in Slusk; Zielona Góra, based in Zielona Góra; Podbeskidzie, based in Bielsko-Biała; Konin, based in Konin; Southern Greater Poland, based in Kalisz; Podlachia, based in Białystok; Piotrków, based in Piotrków Trybunalski; Kuyavia and Dobrinland, based in Włocławek; Carpathia, based in Krosno; Land of Rzeszów, based in Rzeszów; Torun, based in Torun; Silesia Zagłębie, based in Katowice; Land of Radek, based in Radom; Greater Poland, based in Poznań; Gorzów, based in Gorzów Wielkopolski; Holy Cross, based in Kielce; Middle East, based in Lublin; Bydgoszcz, based in Bydgoszcz; Jelenia Góra, based in Jelenia Góra; Leszno, based in Leszno; Chelm, based in Chelm; Przemysl Jarosław, based in Przemysl; Mazovia, based in Warsaw; Copper Basin, based in Legnica. Network of key factories. The network of Solidarity branches of the key factories of Poland was created on 14 April 1981 in Gdansk. It was made of representatives of 17 factories, each stood for the most important factory of every voivodeship of the pre-1975 Poland. However, there were two exceptions. There was no representative of the Koszalin voivodeship, and the Katowice voivodeship was represented by two factories. Chairman, Lech Walesa, Marian Kraklewski, Janusz Niedek, Piotr Duda.